I'm almost collapsing my nostrils to try to draw anything out of this beer. It smells like a beer. Hey, welcome back to the Beer Garden on my birthday weekend. Thank you for all your warm wishes and birthday greetings. Thank you for that. And up this round, of course, you know what it is because you read the title, because you're watching the video, Beers of Aldi. Now, up this round, I'm pairing two Beers of Aldi together for no particular reason other than they're just two beers you get at Aldi, because the last time I was at Aldi, I found myself sitting there going, I've never heard of any of these beers. Which one should I get? It all really doesn't matter because they're all about $6.99 to $7.99 a six-pack. So I just randomly picked these two, Aldiger Amber Lager, and I've got to admit I did absolutely no research into either of these two, and Brecken Bock beer. So we got Amber Lager and Breckenbach, both produced and bottled by the State of Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin, or Wisconsin, as they say in Wisconsin. I hope I said Waunakee correct. If you're from Wisconsin, correct me if I'm wrong on Waunakee. The Breckenbach is 4.5% alcohol. The Aldiger Amber Lager is 5% alcohol. It's in the low 80s today on my birthday weekend, so we'll see how these go. It should go down pretty well. Again, I purposefully did no research into either of these beers. Of course, the color scheme on this, I'm a visual guy, I'm a graphic artist, and so that caught my eye. It reminds me a lot of Shinerbach. I'm sort of interested to see if this is a Shinerbach taste. All right, enough of the talking. And if you're here because you like beer, before we get going here, do me a favor and tap that subscribe button. On the way to 2K, and hopefully by the time you're watching this video, we've gotten over 2,000 subscribers already. I don't buy subscribers or followers or anything. It's all organically grown, and so it's up to you guys to spread the love. To keep this separate, I've got two separate glasses. Of course, I have the sold out Beer Snob's Brew Review pint glass. Let's pop the top and see what we got to be complimented with the trucker cap, leather patch trucker cap of Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review, and then just a plain old pint glass. It's like an 18 ouncer there, just so I can keep the two separate. All right, first up, let's go Aldiger Amber Lager. We'll put that in the Brew Review. Let's pop the top and see what we got. 5% alcohol. The Aldiger Amber Lager. Pour. Should be no terrible surprise, but I mean, they're describing the beer right there on the label, Amber Lager. Now you got your standard soapy macro head, which is encouraging. Then up next in the plain pint, the Breckenbach beer, the Wisconsin brew from the same brewery. Somebody look it up. State of Brewing, Waunakee, Wisconsin. All right. Oh, okay. Well, the Bach is, as it should be, I suppose, a little bit darker than the Amber. Not to be a true, wow, there is absolutely no head in that. That is gone. Look at that. Comparing the two, this is the Aldiger Amber Lager and the Breckenbach beer. Okay, Beers of Aldi. Since the Bach looks a little heavier, I'm going to go with that. Getting a little nutty note. It is very slight amount of tobacco, pipe tobacco. A bit of a nutty pecanness, perhaps. It is so very slight, and it really, the soapy head just totally died, and so I don't know if this is skunked or not. Hopefully not. But other than that, a slight bit of nutty tobacco, and that's all I'm getting. All right, time for the liquid to hit the lips. Cheers. That was the Breckenbach. About as exciting as the beer looked. I'm still getting that on the back end, still getting a little bit of a nuttiness, still getting a little bit of that, I don't know where the tobacco is coming in. A little bit of leather, perhaps, as well. As far as the taste goes, it does not remind me of Shinerbach from Shiner, Texas. This tastes a little cheaper it tastes a little flatter, and you saw the brew. It looked flat. It tastes flat. Now I'm getting that on the after palate, a little bit of a metallic taste. But for $6.99 a six-pack, Beers of Aldi, Breckenbach beer at 5% alcohol, 4.5% from State of Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin. All right, up next, Aldiger, the Amber Lager. This one's clocking in at 5% alcohol. I hope the sword going into the keg is not indicative of what this is going for. Any type of a headache later on, perhaps if you drank too many of them. What I do like about this label, though, is nice and simple, no story. I don't like beers with stories on them because I figure they try to dazzle you with a story to distract you from how crappy their beer tastes. Still holding a decent head there, albeit sort of soapy macro looking. Really getting no notes of anything. I'm almost collapsing my nostrils to try to draw anything out of this beer. Smells like a beer. Time for the liquid to hit the lips. Cheers. It occurred to me as soon as I started drinking the Aldiger Amber Lager from Aldi, $7.99 a six-pack, that I probably should have had some sort of a palate cleanser between the two. Oh well. Write that down for the production sheet next time. It's retaining some lacing to where the Breckenbach has absolutely no lacing whatsoever. So you know me and lacing. If your beer has some sort of a lacing, that's indicative of some type of a quality in there with the ingredients. So the Aldiger Amber Lager holding on to the lacing. Breckenbach, not so much. As far as the profile, again, I really didn't taste much of anything. It tastes more like a lager than an amber lager. Amber lagers I like to be a little more husky, a little more tactile when it comes to it. I like a good amber lager in the fall, maybe a rainy day in early spring, some cool weather beer. I like that. It's hot here today. It's not really affecting anything other than I get a slight bit of a burnt taste on the back of the tongue towards the end of it. But other than that, it pretty much tastes like a straight up lager. I mean, you could drink this in the heat of the summertime, I think. Don't let the amber tell you when to drink it. This could go a little colder. I had it in the garage refrigerator. All right, so of the two, Breckenbach beer and Aldager, both from Aldi, which one do I prefer? I'm going to go Aldager. The Breckenbach just tastes cheap. It tastes probably a waste of electricity in producing it. It's not awful, but I mean, they could have met back at the table to try to do it again. I like to compare brews. I don't like to criticize brews. I like to compare because everybody likes something. Even if there's a brew I don't like, if I absolutely can't stand it, somebody's going to love it. That goes both ways. I would kind of compare this to maybe a Pabst Stroh's, maybe more of a Yingling kind of lager. So not bad. Breckenbach, like I said, going into it, I thought it was going to be a shiner. No, it tastes kind of like Shiner's adopted little brother. If this beer was a car, this would be a kit car. Some type of, it wouldn't be a Porsche. It would be some type of a VW with a Porsche kit made on it. So it tastes like a wannabe. If you love Bock beer, I don't think you're going to like this. All right, so out of 5 stars, 5 being a very good, cheap brew from Aldi. Aldager out of 5 stars. It ain't great, but it's okay. I'm going to give you a solid 3.01 out of 5 stars. And then the Breckenbach out of 5 stars, I'm going to rate you down there a little bit lower, probably about a 2.64 out of 5 stars. Beers of Aldi, Aldiger and Breckenbach beer. Thank you guys for sticking in for this. Please tap that subscribe button all the way to 2K. Hopefully it's over 2K by the time you see this video. Thank you for all the birthday wishes here in the Beer Garden on my birthday weekend. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys for your sub and support. Please join our group on Facebook, A Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review. We're also on Twitter, and so please follow there as well. It's still trying to figure out the whole TikTok thing because we got to shave these videos down to 60 seconds and you really lose most of it, but we'll give it a go. What do you think about Beers of Aldi's suggestions of beers you would like to see me review? That would be awesome. I pride myself in getting back and responding to all the positive comments, and even if you're a hater, go ahead and comment down below because haters are fun to screw with. And it's a wonderful day here in the Beer Garden on my birthday weekend, so grab yourself a beer and you drink that beer. Cheers.